She tried to live stream my downfall to 12,000 viewers. But when security explained she wasn't on the lease, the internet watched her reputation evaporate in real time. It was a normal Friday evening. Or at least, it started that way. I just come home from work, loosened my tie, and dropped onto the couch when I heard her voice echoing from the living room. "Tune in, guys. This is gonna be good," she said, laughing into her phone. My girlfriend, Tara, was standing in front of the ring light, hair perfectly curled, wearing that influencer smile that never reached her eyes. Her phone was propped up on a tripod, the words "Live, 2,400 viewers" glowing at the top of the screen. I thought she was doing another product review. But then she said something that made my stomach tighten. "Okay, everyone's been telling me to do it, and I'm finally doing it. I'm breaking up with him. Right now? On live." The chat exploded. "Girl, no way. Do it. He doesn't deserve you. You got this, queen." I stood up slowly. "Tara, what are you talking about?" She turned toward me with a smile that looked rehearsed. "Oh, don't act surprised. You knew this was coming." "I didn't," I said flatly. "And you're doing this online?" She turned the camera to face me, her voice dripping with fake confidence. "There he is. The man himself," she said dramatically. "Say hi to my followers." Well, soon-to-be ex-followers, I guess, since I'm done wasting time on guys who don't match my energy. The comments were going crazy. Hearts, laughing emojis, dump him, chants. "Tara," I said, trying to keep my voice calm. "You realize you're live streaming a breakup in my apartment?" She laughed, the kind of laugh people use when they know they're being watched. "Not for long," she said, spinning around and holding up a shiny new key. "Because I'm changing the locks tonight." I blinked. "You what?" "Yep," she said proudly, waving the key toward the camera. "Ladies, if he won't leave, make him. Take back your power." The stream chat was loving it. They thought it was awesome, empowering performance. But I just stood there, watching her twist my life into content. I took out my phone quietly and sent a single message to building security. "Unauthorized person attempting to change locks on tenant's door. Currently live streaming it." Then I sat back down on the couch, crossed my legs, and said, "Go ahead, Tara. This will be great entertainment for your followers." Her smirk faltered just a little, but she kept the camera rolling. She didn't realize that in less than 10 minutes, her moment of empowerment would turn into the most humiliating live stream of her life. Tara strutted around my apartment like she owned the place, waving her phone, talking to her followers, narrating every move like some reality show star. "He's just sitting there, guys. Total silence. I told him it's over, and he's just chilling. Like, imagine being that emotionless. Anyway, I'm gonna start changing the locks now." She pointed the camera at the door, showing a small plastic bag from the hardware store. Inside was a brand new lock set, something she clearly bought earlier, thinking this whole thing through. The comments were a mix of chaos and encouragement. "This is iconic, fire, fire, fire. Queen behavior, OMG. He's so calm it's creepy," loudly crying face. She pulled out a screwdriver and started unscrewing the faceplate while still streaming. The metallic sound echoed through the apartment. "Tara," I said finally, my voice low but steady. "You're aware that's illegal, right? You're not on the lease." She didn't even look up. "Oh, please. You don't own this place. We live here. And everyone watching can see I'm the one who actually made it look like a home." "That's not how leases work," I said. "And your name's not on mine." Her eyes flicked up to me, just for a second. That tiny flash of doubt. But the live chat was still hyping her up, and she fed off it like oxygen. "Anyway," she said, forcing a smile, "I'll just get new locks installed. He can go live with his attitude somewhere else." I leaned back against the couch. "Cool," I said. "Let's make it a show, then." Right on cue, the elevator down the hall dinged. The camera picked up the sound of footsteps approaching. Then, knock, knock. Tara looked toward the door. "Who was that?" I stood, calm as ever, and opened it. Two uniformed security officers stepped in, badges visible. "Mr. Davis?" one asked. "That's me," I said. The guard glanced at Tara. "We received a report that someone unauthorized was attempting to change the locks on your door." The live audience must have been eating it up at this point. The chat was flying so fast you couldn't even read it. Tara tried to laugh. "Oh no, this is just a misunderstanding. We live together, and I was just—" The second guard interrupted, looking at me. "She's on the lease?" I handed him the document from my phone. "Digital copy, ready to go." "No, she's not. Just a guest." The guard's expression changed. Ma'am, you'll need to stop immediately. Tampering with a tenant's property without authorization can be considered trespassing. Tara's mouth dropped open. She glanced back at her phone. Thousands of people still watching, and you could almost see the panic setting in. Wait, no, it's not like that. We've been together for 2 years. This is my place too. The first guard shook his head. I'm sorry, miss, but legally, that doesn't matter. You need to leave the premises. The camera was still rolling. Her followers could see everything. The panic, the confusion, the humiliation. Guys, this isn't. This is just, she stammered, holding her phone, tears starting to well. Ma'am, the guard said firmly, please step outside. She turned to me, eyes red and wild. You called them? While I was live. I nodded. Of course. You wanted a show, Tara. I just provided the audience. The guards escorted her to the door as she kept shouting things like, this is MY apartment too. And he's trying to make me look crazy. Then one of them added, in the flattest tone imaginable, ma'am, please stop recording. You're on private property and you're being removed at the tenant's request. The last thing the live stream caught before the camera cut off was the guard's hand covering her phone lens and the faint sound of the door closing. Silence filled the apartment. I sat back down on the couch, exhaled slowly, and smiled. Her breakup show had just gone viral for all the wrong reasons. Update 1.it had been 3 days since the lock change live stream. That's what the internet had started calling it. I didn't even need to tell anyone about it. The clip had gone everywhere. TikTok, Reddit, even YouTube reaction channels were breaking it down frame by frame like it was courtroom footage. One of the top comments under a re-upload said, "Bro handled it like a CEO firing an intern mid-meeting." Another, "That man's calmness is scarier than any yelling." Meanwhile, Tara's influencer persona was collapsing in real time. She'd built her whole image around relationship empowerment and boss babe energy, and now the internet had seen her try to illegally evict someone on camera. Her follower count dropped by the thousands overnight. Sponsors pulled deals. Her last 3 posts were flooded with comments like, "Not the main character moment you thought it was Skull." Girl went from independent queen to unauthorized tenant in 1 episode. And then, this morning, she went live again. Her face looked tired. No makeup, no ring light. Just her sitting on her couch with puffy eyes. The view count was still high. Everyone wanted to see what she'd say. "Hey, guys," she started, voice shaky. "I need to clear a few things up about what happened." She sniffled, then added, "I made a mistake. I got emotional. I wanted to make a point, and I took it too far. I never meant to humiliate anyone." The comments were brutal. "You literally tried to change his locked skull. Apology tour speedrun. Girl, you streamed your own eviction." I didn't comment. I didn't even watch the full thing live. I just saw the clips later. But then my phone buzzed. A text from Tara. "Tara, can we talk? Please. Off camera. Tara, you didn't have to call security. That was between us. Tara, I miss you. I lost everything after that stream." I stared at the screen for a long time before replying. "Me, you didn't lose everything, Tara. You gave it away for views." She didn't respond right away. But that night, I got an email from our old landlord. Apparently, Tara had come back to the building, not to my unit, but to drop off an envelope addressed to me. Inside was a small keychain, the one we got on our first trip together, a cheesy plastic heart that said, "Home is where you are," and a note. "I wanted the world to see I didn't need you, but when the world saw what I'd become, I realized I did." I didn't reach out, not out of bitterness, just clarity, because the truth was, Tara's show ended the moment I stopped being part of it. And quietly, without making any announcement, I moved to a new apartment on the other side of town. No cameras, no drama, no audience. But that wasn't the end. Because a week later, someone tagged me in another viral clip. Tara had gone live again. Only this time, she wasn't at home. She was standing in front of my new building. Final update. The live notification popped up while I was making coffee. Tara.is.brave red circle live, setting the record straight, once and for all. I sighed. I wasn't even following her anymore, but apparently the internet hadn't forgotten. Within minutes, my phone started blowing up, texts from friends, DMs, screenshots. And then, one message that froze me for a second. "Jake, our old neighbor, bro, she's outside your building." Again, I opened the stream. Sure enough, There she was, standing across the street from my new apartment, phone in one hand, coffee in the other, streaming to thousands. She looked different. Less influencer, more exhausted human being. "Hey, guys," she said, looking into the camera, voice trembling slightly. "I just wanted to talk to someone." Her eyes darted toward my building's windows. I know he probably hates me now, and I wouldn't blame him. But I need to explain. The chat scrolled like wildfire. "Girl, just let it go." He moved on Skull. "This is not the comeback you think it is." She swallowed hard, ignoring them. When I did that live stream, the lock thing, I thought I was proving how independent I was. But really, I was just terrified he'd leave first. She looked away from the phone, blinking fast. I wanted to be loved, not watched. And I turned it into a performance. He wasn't perfect, but he was real. I felt my chest tighten. Not anger this time, just a kind of distant sadness. Because for the first time, it wasn't an act. Then came the knock. I stepped away from my desk, looked through the peephole, and there she was. No ring light. No phone in her hand now. Just Tara, standing in the hallway. Eyes red, holding something small, a USB stick. She spoke through the door. "Can I give you this? It's everything. The channel, the passwords, the monetization stuff. I'm done." I opened the door, just a crack. She set the USB on the floor and stepped back. No tricks. No recording. I just wanted to say goodbye properly this time. I nodded. "Goodbye, Tara." She smiled weakly, the kind of smile that finally accepted the consequences. Then she walked toward the elevator, still being filmed from across the street by some stranger who recognized her. But for once, she didn't turn toward the camera. That night, I plugged in the USB. Inside were folders, old drafts, deleted clips, apology videos that never went public, and one video named "For You." In it, she was sitting in our old apartment, no makeup, just talking. "I used to think attention was love, but you taught me that silence can be kinder than applause. If you're watching this, I hope you found peace, because I'm finally trying to find mine." I watched it once, then deleted the file. 3 months later, I heard she started working behind the camera, producing videos for small creators, helping them find their voices. No more spotlight. No more chaos. And me? I started traveling again. Real places, real people, no filters. Every now and then, I'd get tagged in a post, some small channel she'd helped launch, thanking her for changing their life. I'd smile, because maybe, finally, she'd learned that not everything worth keeping needs to be streamed.